right now we have a special guest.
Yes, I'm very excited about this.
How
he
excited?
and I have known each other, let me tell you, so long. And I'm very excited.
Independent filmmaker. John Borowski. Did I say it right, John? Hey, John.
Thank you.
Hi, John.
Glad to be here.
Now, we're talking about Harry Holmes, is it? Harry Holmes?
Henry Howard
Henry Holmes. Hey, I got the
Most
H.
well
They
known
just
as
made up a
HH.
name.
I knew it was an H.
Now, I'd like you to explain because I didn't know who this was. So if you could, to our viewers, explain who this is and a little background on him.
Sure. Well, H.H. Holmes was a medical graduate of the University of Michigan Medical School.
Okay.
Came to Chicago early 1800s and wound up designing and building a huge building
Oh,
here on
sounds
the
very nice.
in
He sounds
Englewood
very
in
nice.
Chicago, which was
Okay.
a suburb. So a prominent businessman, had numerous wives and mistresses. Well, years later, when they find out he tried to pull an insurance scam, they find out that this building had secret passages and a greased chute from the third floor leading to the basement, and then there was a
That sounds
crematorium
convenient.
and
Oh,
a
wait.
torture chamber and gas
This is
lines.
so
Yeah,
sickening. And so they found out it through an insurance scam.
exactly.
So it had nothing, like these people were murdered.
They had no idea.
Was it men and women, or were women just
Men,
targeted?
women, and children.
He is the first American serial killer.
Exactly. He's the first to be termed a multi-murderer by
Okay.
actually someone from the Chicago Tribune of that time.
And he used to
okay.
get transients, right?
Right. He would rent rooms during the 1893 World's Fair.
And he built this hotel, and
this is-
from what I read on
wow.
your notes, he hired and fired construction people daily almost.
Exactly.
So no one would have an entire blueprint
Yes.
or know what he was doing.
Yes. So yeah, no one had an idea. So someone would put in a wall, he'd fire them. Someone would put in a staircase, fire them. There'd be walls and doors that would go nowhere to just brick walls.
And how many do they think at the end that he may have killed?
Could be dozens, it could be hundreds. At that time,
Right.
there was a lack of forensics, so
Sure.
no one really knew if they found a bone, which they did find bones in his basement and
Right.
blood. Well, they couldn't say that it belonged to a certain person. So having the crematorium, which he said was for glass bending business.
Oh, is that what that's for?
Yeah.
How did he get caught? Now I find this interesting. He got caught.
Well,
in
that's a
kind of
long story. How long do you have?
Well, isn't it a quick summary? He got pulled over or something on a traffic
His
violation?
carriage was pulled over?
I don't know. It was something minor,
he said
was
that
it?
He's like, no, the guy got pulled
What?
over for a traffic
No,
violation.
it was something minor, I
and
thought,
Well,
that he got caught
when he was
for.
in prison, he had told another inmate
But he
about
was in
his whole
prison
plan.
for something else.
Exactly. He was in prison for something else.
Right.
Then he was let go, and he told this other inmate, here's the plan, here's what I'm going to do. And then when the guy read in the newspaper that he actually killed this guy and didn't go through with well, he did go through with the insurance scam, but he killed the guy. So the other inmate, Marion Hedgepath, ratted on him and said, go after this guy, he really killed him. So the
Yeah.
Pinkerton detectives traced him across the country because they were, of course, the first ever detectives, and their first office was here in Chicago.
Oh, awesome. And now your film. You made a documentary. You went back. You found some. And obviously, there's no
Ton
one
of
really. There's no one around from that time
No.
anymore. So who did you talk to?
Well, I did a ton of research.
Right.
Went to Philadelphia where his trial was held, filmed in the actual courtroom. Went to Gilmanton, New Hampshire where he was born, was in his childhood home, which is still standing.
Talk to
And the
history.
owners had traced the house back, so they have all this paperwork, and it's
Where can this
chilling.
film be seen? What's
Well, it's
happening
going to be
with it?
released on DVD, but we're
Okay.
also going to do some theatrical runs, so the best thing is to check out the website.
And that is what's-
hhholmesthefilm.com.
Okay, and we'll put that up on nudehippo.com too in case people don't
Great,
remember.
great.
Excellent,
So
John.
Thank you
that
very
sounds
much.
awesome. I can't wait
Thanks.
till
I
it
love
comes
your
out.
show.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah.
you, thank you. There's more to come right here on Nude Hippo.